back to my channel. If you are new here, my name's Lisa and I'm the creator of thispilgrimlife.com. If you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. So today I'm going to be making one of our family's favorite recipes. It is a little bit more involved, but the work is always worth it. That said, though, we only have it occasionally. I'm making homemade empanadas today. I'm going to start by showing you how to make pie dough from scratch using a food processor. And then while the pie dough rests in the fridge, I'll prepare the filling and I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. This recipe is super versatile. I cooked some ham last night in my Instant Pot, so I have a lot of ham left over. So I'm going to be using ham, caramelized onions, and also some mozzarella cheese. Empanadas are also really great with a mixture of ground beef, chopped up raisins, onions. Really, there's just a lot of different ways that you can make it. But we're going to start with the basic pie dough, and I'm going to show you how to roll it out and how to bake them in the oven to get just a really delicious dinner that your family is going to love. Okay, so like I said, we're starting with the pie dough, and I do have another video on this, so you may have seen me make this before. So if you follow the recipe, it'll make 2 discs of pie dough. I'm actually going to go ahead and multiply the recipe by another half, so I get 3 discs because I want plenty of empanadas, but then I also want to make some Pop-Tarts because I'm taking my father-in-law some dinner tonight, and Pop-Tarts are one of his favorite foods, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So to just follow the recipe as it's written, you're going to start with 1.5 cups of flour in your food processor. You're going to add 2 tablespoons of, the recipe also calls for 2 tablespoons of sugar. When I'm making pie, I go ahead and add both tablespoons, but usually when I'm making something savory like empanadas or something like that, chicken pot pie, I don't use all of the sugar it calls for. And then also a teaspoon of salt. And I'm just using some sea salt. This is what I like to bake with. And now I'm just going to mix up all my dry ingredients before I add my butter and oil. So just a couple of quick pulses. The recipe calls for 12 tablespoons of butter, and you're just going to cut it into little squares like this. And again, I'm doing a little bit more than what the recipe calls for. And you want to make sure that your butter is nice and cold when you add it in, because you want that butter to still be kind of flaky when you are rolling out your pie dough and baking it in the oven. That's going to give you just that really tender crumb of the pie dough and give you those flaky pieces. Next, I'm adding 1/2 cup of coconut oil. And I use coconut oil in place of shortening. If you didn't want to use coconut oil, you could use a good shortening option or even just all butter. Okay, now I'm going to put the lid back on it and I'm going to mix it until all of that flour mixture, the butter, and the coconut oil start to clump together around the dough. And then you just want to turn it off. You can see what it looks like here. And now I'm going to add the remaining cup of flour. And I'm going to put the lid back on one more time and pulse it just enough to kind of incorporate that flour, but you don't want to over mix it. So here is what everything looks like right now, and I'm going to transfer it to a mixing bowl so that I can pour, sorry about that, so that I can pour in some water, and then I will be ready to kind of press my dough together and then refrigerate it. You definitely want to refrigerate your dough for at least 30 minutes. 45 minutes is better, but you could even refrigerate it up to a couple of days before using it. So I've got some cold water here. I'm just going to pour it in and then use my spatula to press the dough together. And again, you're not trying to overwork it, just gently press everything together until it all forms one big ball of pie dough. Okay, and now I'm gonna divide mine into 3 portions, wrap it in plastic wrap, and put it in the refrigerator. So these are gonna go in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. Closer to 45 is better. Okay, so while my pie dough refrigerates, I'm going to use this time to just chop up half of an onion, and I'm going to cook it in a cast iron skillet and just let it caramelize. It's gonna add a little sweetness and just a lot of flavor to the empanadas. Okay, so I'm gonna cook these low and slow with a couple tablespoons of Kerrygold butter, and then they will be ready to mix together with my ham and my cheese right when I'm ready to make the empanadas. Okay, so my onions have caramelized. I was able to wash a bunch of dishes, and now I'm gonna put together the filling for the empanadas. My pie dough is still in the refrigerator, and I'm gonna leave it in there until the very last minute. So all I'm gonna do is stir together those caramelized onions, some mozzarella cheese, and I'm gonna cut up this ham that I said that I cooked last night in my Instant Pot. It's just got this honey and mustard and rosemary glaze. It's really delicious. So I'm gonna cut it up into little squares and then just add it to my mixing bowl. Okay, so my filling is done. It's really, really simple. I turned on my oven to preheat to 400 degrees, and now it's time to roll out my empanadas. Now I'm going to take out my pie dough discs one at a time from the fridge so that when I'm not using it, the ones that I'm not using can stay cold in the fridge. And I'm gonna show you, so you want your, you're gonna roll out your pie dough and then you're gonna cut it into circles. And what I have used, you can buy a large circle cutter. I've never done it, but I will show you the unconventional circle cutter that I use whenever I make these empanadas. The lid to coconut oil turns out to be the exact size that you want for your empanadas. So this is what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna roll up my dough, cut it, put it on a baking sheet, and then they're going to cook in the oven at 400 degrees. About yesterday, your smile, your style so fly, my oh my. As time stood still, I got the urge to steal a kiss, and so I did. Now I'm embarrassed
but just a little bit. Oh, there must be gold on those lips and honey on those fingertips. Can you imagine us two out in the woods in a big old house? We'd pass our days on clouds floating around. Oh, since I met you, I feel unbreakable. Oh, I can take it all. Wish me good luck, give me the courage to ask for more. Oh, there must be gold on those lips and honey on those fingertips. Oh, we could be birds discovering the world, the best ones they've ever heard about. Gonna stay in this moment, gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely, I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no. 'Cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back. Oh, oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why I'm always feeling homesick. Oh, all I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart is. Oh, I have seen many places where the beauty never ends. Different cities, friendly faces, and perhaps I'm going back. But I don't have to be chasing every dream that I have. Oh, no. 'Cause the thing is, I've got more love here than I can bear. Ooh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you.
Okay guys, and that's it. Here are my homemade ham and cheese empanadas, and let me just tell you, these are gonna be so good. I'm currently cooking some sweet potato fries with my crisp lid. If you have any leftover filling, you can add it to some scrambled eggs, really delicious. I've got maybe a cup, half a cup of filling left. I'm not gonna clean up my counter quite yet because like I said, I made that extra pie dough so that I can make some Pop-Tarts for my father-in-law. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. As always, you can find the recipe linked down below. And don't forget to click subscribe if you enjoy videos like this, and I will catch you guys next time.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanting to give up cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson.